Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Today we have an awesome video for you guys. We are taking a look at Dustin Johnson's golf swing. Now, Dustin Johnson, one of the best players in the world, one of the most unique golf swings in the world, one of the most athletic golf swings in the world. So there is a lot to talk about, a lot to look at in this golf swing. So let's dive straight in and start taking a look. Today we have a lot of swings to take a look at. We have Dustin hitting driver, iron, 3-wood from front on and down the line. So let's dive straight in with the driver down the line. This is what most of you want to see in beautiful slow motion here. And this is super recent 2021 US Open. So let's dive straight in and take a look. First of all, setup. Obviously, Dustin loves to hit a fade. He never really hits a draw. He just loves hitting fades. So here he's aiming down the left. You can see alignment all moving to the left. And he's going to want to be starting this ball probably about where he's aiming and then moving it back. Now, as we, set up, first of all, great posture, very athletic setup. Looks, like he's ready to go, basically. Muscles are all engaged. And alignment is great. As we take the club back, first of all, Dustin has a very unique takeaway. He moves the club away from him. The hands and arms get quite detached. If we pause it parallel to the ground, this is a really good angle to see how detached the hands and arms get in the takeaway. They kind of move away from him. Now, this is good and bad for a few different things. One, it's a hugely wide takeaway. You basically couldn't have a wider takeaway than this. But it's also going to get the hands and arms quite far away from the body, which Dustin kind of, obviously being an amazing player, amazing swing, he corrects this. But, for a lot of people, that may get the hands and arms a little bit too far away from them, a little bit detached from the body and disconnected. Also, club face very, very square, matching Dustin's spine angle. Dustin has a very strong left-hand grip and very bowed left wrist. Things we know about Dustin's swing. And as we take it to the top, we'll be able to see this a bit more as we take it and pause it at the top. Well, it's a little bit hard to see the club from here. Quite a long swing this, and we're a little bit low down, but great angle to see Dustin's body here. And here we have the lower body. The lower body is in incredible position. Something we've been taking a look at recently with a lot of players' lower bodies, how athletic they are, some of the best players in the world. Dustin is one of the best at this. So loaded into his right side. He has one of the best body positions, but you have to remember he's a very, very athletic guy, works very hard on his health and fitness, and very tall and very mobile as well. So maybe not a golf swing that a lot of us can copy certain things from. But as he takes if we look at the upper body now, if we look at the arm structure, a huge amount of width in Dustin's swing. 90-degree angle in the right elbow, really good to see there. Very bowed left wrist, like to see that. It's a very wide golf swing, I absolutely love it. As we play the club down, this is where Dustin does things maybe slightly differently to a lot of other players, but really benefits him. The arms and hands don't really drop too much in terms of in relation to where they are on his body. They're just above the shoulder plane. They kind of stay there as he rotates so hard and shallows the club. Look at that right elbow moving inwards as he rotates so unbelievably hard, clearing the left side. If we pause it parallel to the ground, it's an unbelievably athletic position here. The shoulders are kind of square to the target, but the upper body is so cleared already. I mean, that is far more rotation than I get in my golf swing, and he hasn't even gotten to the ball yet. And, the club face also matches spine angle and is perfectly on plane. And as we play it down into impact, slowly kind of releases the hands. The lower body doesn't really rotate anymore. Just the upper body catching up if we pause it, impact. It's an incredible impact position, not one that a lot of us can copy. Bear that in mind, guys. I wouldn't recommend trying to copy it because, it could break you in half, basically. But very, very rotational golf swing, very modern, very athletic. The right heel is up off the ground. He's so open with the chest and shoulders. The arms are still so deep. That right elbow is very, very connected to his body. And if from here watch this as we play this through. The body doesn't really rotate anymore from here. It's kind of like a whip. The body's done rotating, but it's time for the arms and hands to catch up. And they move left. The arms and hands move left as he extends the arms, kind of holds on to that club face, doesn't really let it release too much, and they kind of move low and left, and he comes through to that classic Dustin Johnson finish position. But the body hasn't really rotated much more after it did so early in the swing. Let's just play this back a few times for you guys to look at, and just a few things to note. Huge turn in the backswing, huge wide backswing, very, very wide, very bowed left wrist. The body positions are unbelievable, and then as he swings down, the arms shallow, the hand path moves out to the right as he rotates with a very square club face, and then from impact the hands move to the left and he kind of holds on to that face, and it's like a whip, guys. If you watch this again, Dustin's swing is like a whip, where the body is like the handle of the whip. You move that first, and then the arms and hands and club head come in last, and they release and kind of catch up with the early rotation Dustin gets in his swing. Now, guys, let's have a look at that driver swing from front on. A really good look, exactly the same day at the US Open. Let's have a look at this driver swing from front on. There's a few interesting things to note from this front on golf swing. Well, first of all, at address, we can actually see how strong Dustin's hand positions are in his golf swing. That left wrist is basically pointed up at the sky, and the right hand is very, very far underneath the grip, basically, meaning it's going to be a very, very strong grip. And as we take this back, he kind of takes the way, he has an early kind of preset hinge with the wrist, and if we pause it parallel to the ground, but he doesn't really hinge them anymore from there. It's pretty good takeaway position here, and if we continue to play it back, they don't really hinge too much more from here. They kind of gradually hinge quite late as he gets to, if we pause it at the top, it's a very wide and very long swing. And why is it long? Well, first of all, a huge amount of lower body turn, huge amount of hip turn, and therefore a huge amount of shoulder turn as well. That thoracic mobility is unbelievable. Dustin's shoulders are pointing almost down at his right foot. That is not going to be possible for a lot of us. Also, Dustin has very long arms, very long levers, being a very tall guy. So he gets his hands and arms very, very high. That club is beyond parallel. We can see the face of the club looking up at the sky, again from that bowed left wrist and strong grip. Such a strong club face. But the body positions are unbelievably athletic and unbelievably good. We can see a lot of weight and pressure going through the inside of his right foot, going into that right glute. It's a really good position. As he swings down, we're going to see some weight and pressure shift back left, and as he rotates so unbelievably hard, and as we slowly come down, watch Dustin's belt buckle as he comes down here. It kind of rotates and then lifts up and points back up towards the target, and if we pause it at impact, it's an unbelievably athletic impact position. A few things to note. Well, one, the hands and arms are the hands are almost ahead of the ball. Quite unique in that respect. But look at how much rotation he has with the belt buckle. He's rolled onto the outside of the left foot. So athletic, allowing the hands and arms to come back out in front of him from here, and a lot of weight and pressure going through his left foot, left side. As he comes through, we're going to see Dustin he just kind of extends the arms, but doesn't really roll them over until quite late. And then as he comes through, that balanced finish on his left side, guys. Let's play this back a few times for you. Just watch how wide this golf swing is. That preset hinge, and gradually hinges as he gets to the top. So wide, and even so wide on the way down. Really is a very wide golf swing and very rotational golf swing. Incredibly athletic. There are certain aspects to copy, there are certain aspects maybe not to copy, which I'll go through with you guys at the end of this video. And of course, if you are enjoying this video, give it a like, subscribe, comment your thoughts down below. If you think I've missed anything, I reply to all of your comments down below. Now guys, let's have a look at a 3-wood swing. This is also from the US Open, the exact same week, guys. Beautiful 3-wood to look at here. And at setup, nothing really new to mention there. As we play the club back, again, that kind of preset move and how wide the hands and arms come away from him as we pause it here. That is, you can see that huge gap between the kind of where the hands are and his hips and his waist. Very, very big gap there, indicating the hands have kind of moved away as he's taking the club back. And as we play it to the top, now the hands and arms connect to the body as he comes to the top. Right arm, the arm structure is just beautiful. Right elbow, 90 degrees, perfect there. Quite far away from the body. Gets his arms quite high, but also quite deep. Very athletic. If you look at the lower body, very loaded into that right side. As he starts to swing down, rotates so hard, he kind of leaves the arms up there. The right elbow moves back out in front of him as he rotates, coming through the very square club face. If we pause it parallel to the ground, beautiful look here. That club face matches his spine angle perfectly. And as we play it down into the ball, continues to rotate, but now from here there will not be much rotation. Beautiful position at impact here. There won't be much rotation from here. He's just going to extend the arms. The hands and arms move left, allowing him to hit that cut as he holds onto the face, and no real more rotation there. You can have a look at that again. As he has, if we play this back, he has that preset early in the takeaway, big wide takeaway, big high hands at the top, and he's going to leave the hands and arms kind of up. The right elbow helps shallow the golf club as he kind of cuts across it. The hands and arms move left. He rotates hard so early, but then the hands and arms catch up as he cuts across the ball and hits that beautiful Dustin Johnson classic fade. Now guys, we're going to have a look at an iron swing. We have Dustin hitting what I believe looks like a 7-iron here. And here, again, this is actually at Augusta. And if we have a look here, really good look at his Dustin setup. Again, very athletic. Posture is great. His hips are maybe just slightly further back of his ankles, but not much, very marginally. Great posture there, love that. As we play this club back, again, we're going to notice that kind of preset and outward movement. If we pause it parallel to the ground here, the hands and arms have kind of moved out a little bit and away from the body, but he's preset the wrist, but with quite a strong club face. As we slowly play it to the top, brings that club back up, connects the arms, brings everything up and in front of him. And as we pause it at the top, it's incredibly athletic position. It really is, guys. I can't stress that enough. Just an incredible position here. Comment down below what you think of this position from Dustin Johnson. Have you ever tried to copy anything from Dustin Johnson's golf swing, or would you? As we play this down, again, we're going to see the same sort of thing. Hands and arms stay up as that right elbow moves back in front of the body as he rotates so hard. And if we pause it kind of parallel to the ground here, a few key things to note. Very, very rotated with the lower body, already open to the target. Very square club face, like to see that. Coming down pretty much on plane, and the right elbow beautifully connected to the side of Dustin's body. As we play it down into impact, again, the lower body's kind of pretty much done rotating as he lets the upper body catch up. And if we pause at impact, just an incredibly athletic golf swing. He comes through the ball so shallow as well, and that's also largely because of like the wide arc Dustin creates in his golf swing. Huge amount of width, both in the takeaway, backswing, and on the way down. And as we play this through, he's going to let the hands and arms move left, holding on to that club face. That's how he hits that fade. And, nothing really else rotates much. He just lets everything come through to a nice balanced finish position, guys. play through that once or twice for you, and you can just marvel at what a good golf swing this is. Not one that you would really teach a lot of people. There are certain aspects you might teach of this golf swing, but not one you'd really look at and copy, especially like the left wrist position. That could really hurt a lot of people. To my knowledge, Dustin has never had any left wrist issues. I don't know if he has, but you know, I've had left wrist issues from getting my wrist too bowed in the golf swing, and that wasn't anywhere near how bowed Dustin's is. Now guys, let's have a look at front on with an iron swing. Really good to have a look from this angle to understand Dustin's golf swing. So here we are set up, pretty neutral setup, nothing specific to mention there. Again, we can see how strong Dustin's grip is. Also, his head is kind of tilted to the right a little bit, going to help him get a bit more shoulder turn as he takes the club back. And as we start to play the swing, watch this unique kind of preset move in the hands and arms as he takes the club away. Kind of presets those wrists into a strong position. And as we keep playing it to the top, huge wide swing. If we pause it at the top, I've actually seen Dustin swing in person a few times, and the thing that struck me the most is how little wrist set he had, and also what a wide arc he keeps the club on, the hands on. It's so wide, you could not get the hands and arms on a wider arc with less wrist set as well. But if we look at the body positions, again, just perfect really. I mean, so much shoulder turn, hips and lower body really in a great solid place. No real lateral movement away or anything like that. And as we start to play this down, so much rotation, shifts more weight and pressure onto the left side before he kind of rotates and comes through. And if we pause this if we pause it just before impact, because we don't have an impact frame here, if we pause it just before impact, we can see how kind of bowed that left wrist is still, how far ahead the hands are of the ball. But everything's beautiful. All that weight is shifting onto his left side. If you look at his feet, the weight is coming through on the outside of his left foot. Very rotated as well towards the ball. And as we play this through, he really holds on to the angle of that club face, doesn't really let anything flip over too much, and then he comes through to that nice balanced finish position, guys. Absolutely incredible golf swing. Play this back once or twice for you guys. Look how wide this is, the preset, and then the width is just incredible. So much width on the way down and in the takeaway and backswing. That is definitely something a lot of us could copy. We could try and increase our rotation as well a little bit, but most of us won't be able to get anywhere near Dustin really. He just gets so much. I just want to show you guys one more video, and this is just of the top of Dustin's backswing with the driver. This is a really important move in Dustin's swing and, you know, in a lot of golf swings. Dustin here we have set up with driver again. This is very, very recent, and it's just this move he does from the top of the backswing. We can play it through a few times. Watch this. He rotates hard, but he leaves the arms up, but he shallows the golf club by the right arm movement. The right shoulder movement helps him shallow the club as he rotates really, really hard. And you can see as he comes through the ball. Well, let's play this swing back, and this time, watch the right shoulder movement early as he rotates, but then the body will stop rotating and it lets the arms and hands catch up as he comes through impact. Have another look at that, guys. So he rotates so hard early, leaving the arms and hands up, gets that external shoulder rotation in his right shoulder, and then the body stops, and then the arms catch up, and it's like a whip effect, and that is one reason he is such a good hitter and such a long hitter of the golf ball, guys. Guys, what do you think of Dustin Johnson? What do you think of his golf swing? Is there anything in there you think you want to apply to your own golf swing, you think more people should learn from? Is there anything in there you think I've missed as well? I'd love to hear from you guys, or reply to all of your comments down below. A few things to copy from Dustin's swing and a few things not to copy. I definitely wouldn't copy the left wrist position. I wouldn't copy how strong his grip is personally. A few other things maybe. Well, certainly he rotates so hard, it would be very difficult for most of us to get into the positions he gets in, but some of the positions he gets in, we may just not be able to do it as well as he does. We may just not be able to get as much shoulder turn because we don't have the thoracic mobility. We may be able to not get as much hip turn or as much rotation on the way down, but we can learn from the structure he creates in his golf swing, the lower body movement, the lower body structure, the leg work, and we can learn from the arm structure at the top of the backswing and the way he swings with the arms coming down, leaving them kind of connected up, and helps him shallow the club out and hit that fade, and then after impact the arms and hands move to the left through the ball. So those are a few things we can copy from Dustin's swing. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, loads more content coming for you guys very, very soon. As always guys, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching this video. Grip it and rip it.